Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade's PS5 exclusivity was something that I was bitterly like accepting until I ran into this article, and the frustrations came flooding their way back to me on why this was a thing, why this had happened. Now, I'm not sure if other people were frustrated and it was like some type of online outrage that I'm not sure happened. I'm sure there was to a degree, and even if there wasn't, I'm not saying that there should be, and that we should be outside of Square Enix's headquarters with Molotov cocktails, USSR missiles, or anything like that that might be pushing the boundary of, outrage a little bit too far over the line. But it is very frustrating, it's very annoying that this happened. This was a thing, because really with PS4 players, we're the ones that you can 100% ascribe the success of Final Fantasy VII Remake is success to. It was solely us, because it was a PS4 exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that to be true. And by this logic, am I trying to say that every Final Fantasy VII episode, however many there will be for this game, should only be on PS4? No, that's not what I'm definitely saying. But what I'm definitely saying is that we are at a point in the story that we are still in like the first phase. I think everything that is happening in Midgar, the city of Midgar, it can be classed as sort of the first phase of the entire story. And some people may agree, some people may disagree. The story ends with our heroes leaving Midgar to go to outer areas, Costa del Sol, and other places that escape me. The Canyon place, can't remember. But yeah, there's a bunch of places outside of Midgar that await us in the future of Remake. And I would class them as subsequent phases of the story. But if we're still in phase one, then I think it's not too much to ask that all the phase one games should stay on the PS4 with the people who started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, the only people who were PS4 players. So it's just not right that it just jumps to a different sort of a different generation of consoles. A console, and it makes sense, obviously. It gives Sony. It forces Sony to make us to step up a generation forcibly if this game means enough to us, and I'm sure a lot of us would have done that. But we were in a situation where the PS5 wasn't even for financial purposes or reasons, the PS5 was out of reach for certain people. But even if you had the funds, that Sony was asking for, you were met with these, quite frankly, assholes who would bump up the prices to 4 digits, making it totally out of reach, and just totally not for everybody, but for the average gamer, which meant that we would just have to watch this game, which for me, I was thinking, maybe it's just a little add-on or whatever, and it does seem to be quite a lot of content in Intergrade, enough for me to feel like I'm missing the opportunity to jump back into this amazing journey. It's a story, but it was a journey for me. I felt like I was with them. When I was playing Remake, I felt like I was with them. Like, not like, I could beat up, I could help Cloud or anything, beat up Rita or anything. It was just a level of immersion that was so fantastic, and it was enough for me to play hard mode straight away. Like, almost lament the fact that there wasn't like a hardest mode, because it's such a great, amazing game. This is how amazing this game was. So I played Final Fantasy VII very, very, very late. In fact, it was probably 8 years ago I played it for the first time, Final Fantasy VII, the original. And I got to a point, I wish I would have researched this place. I can't remember the name of it, but by the description, I might even put this on the video. But it was like a forest that was like sort of mazy. Now, if you know where this part of the this level comes into the story, you'll know there's a lot of things that happen. And at the time, like, I knew Remake was coming. And I said to myself, and I don't know how far I was from the ending of the game at this point, but I said to myself, I'm stopping. I'm waiting for the remake because this is amazing, and I think I would enjoy, this experience, but I would probably enjoy better in the sort of graphics that are being promised in remake, however long that I had to go from that point. So I, know about the iconic part of the story, and it even was very iconic. Even in those graphics, I had seen so many great games and so many beautiful games. Like, Final Fantasy VII was amazing experience. Even in those cruddy sort of graphics. Great at the time, but if we put them with the graphics today, you don't need me to, talk about like how it's just no competition really, but like it was still rather breathtaking, and like for me, like that immersion definitely carried over to remake. I would have loved nothing more but to have an opportunity to jump back in with Intergrade. I didn't really rate Yuffie as a character in Final Fantasy VII, but like after seeing a few short bits, because I just don't want to ruin it for myself. I know one day I will have to get a PS4 to play this. But there was a bit where Yuffie was introducing herself to two soldiers. I think she was after, they had a guy in custody and she was trying to save him, and then Yuffie creeping around the chicken with teeth. I don't know if chicken have teeth, if that's unusual, but they have sharp teeth. It was a chicken-like creature, and yeah. What else did I see? And the ending. I actually saw the ending, the new ending, with the original team, Cloud's, posse, let's say. And yeah, it just looks magnificent. Just one of those 3 bits just looks like something that I just want to jump back into, and it's just being denied from me. We can only put that on Sony, really. And again, it's not something that we need to go to Sony and start causing trouble about. Well, maybe if it makes a change, actually, because at least the petition, maybe the petition might help. Well, I don't want to hear nobody, but like, of course, you want to give people incentive to go to the next generation, but it was just the wrong time for it. It people didn't have the money for it. There was no availability for PS5. They ran out of stock, actually, didn't they? So, like, it was just a bum move, really. Yeah, I just think, like, they've really done a disservice to PS4 players who started the journey and would have loved nothing more to just carry on going. If you wanted to put anything on PS5, the Final Fantasy VII Remake -2 is fair. It's very fair to do that. But Intergrade should have been ours. Anything that's going on in Midgar should have been for the PS4 people as well. Just let them indulge as well. Give them the, joy of jumping back in this amazing journey. Absolute journey. I just felt like the world was closed to me. You'd feel your tummy rumbling for some food, and you realize 10 hours have gone by, because you've just been so, just enamored by everything that's going on in this game, and it was just it was just denied to us, and I just thought that was wrong. And this article invoked me to want to make a video and just talk about it, because it's not cool at all. And a bunch of people have probably spoke about it, which is fine, but it just upsets me, really. I'm very picky with games. I don't buy too many games unless they're free on PS Plus. But stories just are such a big deal to me, and Final Fantasy VII Remake really knocked it out the park with everything. I'm a little bit sad about it, but if there is a petition, let me know, because I'll definitely sign it. Or if there's anything, because it's just great. It's just so great. It's annoying because I just want to play, and I'd pay it. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade's PS5 exclusivity was something that I was bitterly accepting until I ran into this article, and the frustrations came flooding their way back to me on why this was the thing, why this has happened. Now, I'm not sure if other people were frustrated and it was like some type of online outrage that I'm not sure happened. I'm sure there was, to a degree, and even if there wasn't, I'm not saying that there should be, and that we should be outside of Square Enix's headquarters with Molotov cocktails, USSR missiles, or anything like that might be pushing the boundary of, outrage a little bit too far over the line. But it is very frustrating, it's very annoying that this happened. This is a thing, because really with PS4 players, we're the ones